Hi, I'm Anthony from Sydney Backyard Veggies. I'm just out this afternoon. I'm just going to come through and harvest my Pak Chois. In previous videos I showed you how I planted and look after these plants, and now they're ready to get harvested. So I'm going to come through here, harvest the lots, cut off their roots, put them in a container, take over to my in-laws place. But before I do that, I'll quickly show you how the crop looks now. So just coming over to my patch, and this Pak Choi Patch was planted 4 weeks ago today, and the variety here is called Jo Choi, which is the white stemmed variety. And in previous videos I showed you how they looked at about 10 days old, and since I added all that extra fertilizer, they're ready to go. Now I like to harvest my plants no bigger than this one. Now this is actually probably gone a day or two too big, but that's the way my my family likes them. What I'll do is I'll come through and take off the root ball, take out the outside leaves, and then just give it a light wash just so that it's good to go in the fridge. Now this side here got a lot more sun, and as you can see the plants are a lot bigger. As we get closer to the shade, just over here you can see that the plants are smaller, but we'll still harvest all these. This place is already earmarked for broad beans. Dad's gotten the seeds and he's going to come through next week and plant them out for me. But I'm going to come through, quickly harvest this crop before the sun sets, and I will show you the final results. Now, just as a recap, I've got close to 100 seedlings planted out here, or more than 100 seeds actually, 300 seedlings planted here, and planted at 5 centimeter spacings, and there's 2 rows adjacent to each of the irrigation lines there. So I've got it close to about 350 seedlings here. So I'm going to come through now and harvest a lot. I like growing Pak Choi because it's a very fast growing crop, and it's one of those crops that I like to grow in between other main crops. So in this spot here, I had beans that went for 3 months. That was the bloody beans, and now that I had a bit of space in the garden, I followed it up with a little bit of this planting of choy before I plant out my broad beans, which I'll be doing in about a week's time. So just any spots that you have in your garden where you need a fast turnaround vegetable, Pak Choi is the way to go. Gonna continue through and just harvest the rest of these, cutting off the root ball and the lower leaves, just checking for any general insects, and we'll go from there. So just trying to beat sunset, and I've just finished off harvesting most of that choy, and you can see that that's a big container. They were doing great. The rains that we had 2 weeks ago, or a week ago now, really damaged the leaves and got them quite dirty, but that's fine. I'll get them cleaned up, and I just started seeing an infestation of aphids, so when I come through to wash them, I will make sure that they get cleaned in salt water just to knock off a lot of that aphids, so we're not having insects for dinner. But happy that's harvested. I've left a few more of the smaller ones which I'll grow out for just a little bit longer, but these ones are going to go in now, get washed, get bagged, and they'll be in through the week at my in-laws place. So happy that's my first harvest of Pak Choi. I am growing another couple of punnets which we'll start planting them out in gaps between my brassicas, and I'll harvest those in time for the brassicas to take up that space that they need. So happy I'll take them inside, get out of the dark, and I'll do some more work in my patch